Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for R. I'm just using your name for privacy purposes, and you completed one of my integrated speaking practice tests, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. You're also one of my students here at California State University, San Bernardino, so let's hear what you have to say.
According to the reading passage, the writer says that there is an organization which called International Atomic Energy Agency.
Now, before you get to the smaller points of the reading, you want to include more of a main point. State the main idea before your support points. You might say the reading passage discusses the dangers of nuclear energy. And the listening passage gives an example of one of those dangers. That's kind of the connection that you want to make in the beginning. That's how you frame the two parts of your response. So you can discuss now the reading and then the lecture.
Even though it's organized the world and put laws, it can detect all possible diversion of unclear material. And according to the listening passage, the lecture says that...
Now, one thing you didn't really mention there is the reading is saying that it's the NAIA, or the National Atomic Energy Agency. They're having difficulty monitoring what countries are doing with the enriched uranium. Are they using it for weapons or for energy? That's kind of a key point.
There are two dangers of uranium enrichment, even though there is an international organization concerned with the criteria used, it perhaps use other than the specification and the standards. Also, it prevents the elect manufacturing of it and tries to monitor that there are two dangers of uranium and all possible diversion of unclear material. And according to the listening passage, the lecture says that there are two dangers of uranium.
Now, I think you're kind of mixing up your information here. The lecture is talking more about the Chernobyl disaster, which is an example of one of the dangers of nuclear energy. That illustrates, I think, the point that's being made in the reading, so you're getting a little confused on where your information is coming from.
Enrichment. Even though there is an international organization concerned with the criteria used, it perhaps use other than the specification and the standards.
I'm not sure what that word was. Between about 30 and 34 seconds, there's a few times in your speech, you're speaking quickly, which is good, but some of the words that you say, you're not clearly pronouncing those words.
Also, it prevents the elect manufacturing of it and tries to monitor it so intensely. Second of all, another danger is that it sometimes purges. And if it happens, it will have many influences, as what happened with the Chernobyl explosion in Russia, which was a powerful example from the lecture. Moreover, the professor talks about the harmful effects of the incident that result...
Incident. You want to say incident.
...in the death of 30 people and within more than 200 cases of danger. Not only that, but also it's created thousands of cases of cancer and other...
You want to say thousands of cases, 2 syllables, cases of cancer.
In conclusion, the reading passage and the listening agree on the fact that the enrichment of uranium constitutes a significant risk as well as concern.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I would say that's pretty accurate there. Now, you spoke for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Now, a lot of the information, honestly, I don't know where you were getting that information. You weren't completely explaining the main points of the reading and the lecture. You got a little mixed up. You said according to the lecture, then you gave all this information that was not mentioned in the lecture or the listening passage. So I think you're a little bit confused with this particular practice test. Let's take a look at the rubrics here. I'm going to put you at about 2.0 out of 4, or 15 points out of 30 on this practice test. Now, for the purposes of our class, that's going to put you at 70% on this one. So I think based on your response, in terms of your delivery, you're speaking pretty quickly, but you still need to work more on your pronunciation. So stay focused in the pronunciation area of my course. I think that's going to be very important for you. Grammar and language use. As far as I can tell you, you were doing okay in that area. I didn't notice any major problems there. Topic development, you need a little bit better organization. You had some inaccuracies, mentioning things that weren't discussed. You're a little bit confused as to where the information was coming from. So I think you need to keep working on your topic development also. I'd recommend maybe speaking lesson number 7, I think would be a good lesson to help you with your organizational issues. Also take a look at reading lesson number 1 and listening lesson number 1, which focuses around note-taking. So I think if you can improve your notes and make them more complete and more accurate, it'll be easier for you to paraphrase other people's ideas. And by using the ideas in my speaking lesson number 7, you will be able to better organize these ideas in your speaking. All right, thank you.